In a small village nestled between the hills, there lived a poor potter named Harold. Years of molding clay had left his hands rough and calloused. He toiled day and night, yet he barely earned enough to feed his family. Despite his struggles, he believed that one day fortune would surely smile upon him. One evening, as Harold sat outside his hut, he sighed while looking at the broken pots beside him. "Is this all there is to life?" he whispered. An old man passing by heard his words and stopped. His wise, deep-set eyes observed Harold's worn-out hands. "Son, do you believe in the magic of clay?" he asked. Harold looked at him in surprise. "Magic? Clay is just mud. It cracks, breaks, and brings nothing but hardship," the old man chuckled. "Clay takes the shape of the hands that mold it. Like life, it bends according to the will of the one who works on it with patience and faith." Saying this, he handed Harold a small pouch and disappeared into the night. Curious, Harold opened it. Inside was a handful of golden dust. Confused but intrigued, he decided to mix it into his next batch of clay. The next morning, he crafted a pot more beautiful than any he had ever made. As he placed it in the kiln, a strange glow spread around him. When he took it out, the pot shimmered with an otherworldly radiance. He took it to the market, and within minutes, a wealthy merchant bought it for 10 times its usual price. News of Harold's magical clay spread like wildfire. People from distant villages came to buy his work. For the first time in his life, he had enough money to buy good food, repair his home, and send his children to school. But soon, greed took root in his heart. He started making more and more pots, caring less about their quality and more about the gold they brought him. One day, he hastily shaped a pot and placed it in the kiln. When he took it out, it had cracked, its golden glow faded. Panicked, he tried again, but every pot he made turned dull and lifeless. Desperate, he searched for the old man, but he was nowhere to be found. That night, he sat by his kiln, his hands covered in dry clay, realizing his mistake. He had lost the patience and dedication that once made his work special. Taking a deep breath, he picked up a simple lump of clay and, slowly and lovingly, shaped it as he used to. As he worked, he felt warmth in his hands. When he placed the pot in the kiln, a familiar glow surrounded him. Tears welled in his eyes. The magic had never been in the golden dust. It was in his hands, his dedication, and his love for his craft. From that day on, Harold never let greed take over again. He continued his work with passion and taught young potters the true magic of clay, patience, faith, and devotion. And so, the poor potter changed his fate, not with magic, but with the strength of his own hands. Moral: success is not about shortcuts or greed. It is about dedication, patience, and love for one's craft.